Here, point it towards me now. It says it's recording.
Yeah.
Ask me the same question.
What is Motor Trend certified vehicles all about?
Steve, that's a great question. Are you familiar with who Motor Trend is? Okay, Motor Trend's a magazine. They are a very consumer-driven organization. They're looked at by literally millions of people when it comes to which cars to buy and which cars not to buy. We've been chosen as a Motor Trend certified automobile dealership, the only one in the state of West Virginia. In order to earn that designation, we had to have a track record, a long track record of exceptional customer service. Okay? Well, what's exceptional customer service in the past mean to you today? Well, here's what it means to you today. It means that we have eliminated 3 of the most common consumer fears when it comes to buying a pre-owned or used vehicle. For example, you're buying a used vehicle today. Do you ever worry about buying somebody else's problems?
No, but maybe some do.
Okay. Do you ever worry about where that vehicle's been, how it's been cared for?
I don't, but many might.
Many might. Okay. Well, here's why it's not really a real concern of yours. But in order to become a Motor Trend certified vehicle, number one, it has to have a certain number of miles on it. It has to be of a certain age. And then it has to pass a 172-point inspection. If it does not pass that inspection, we have to make a decision. Do we pay to have it fixed, or do we wholesale it? When we wholesale it, it ends up on other people's lots. You may have seen some of our rejects out there already if you've been shopping for any length of time. But we not only do an inspection, every dealer in the state of West Virginia is going to tell you they do an inspection. Most of those inspections are safety inspections. What we do is a deep dive into that vehicle, and then we guarantee it. We guarantee it with a 6-month, 7,500-mile comprehensive warranty, subject to a small deductible. Now, when I say comprehensive, I want to establish the difference between lots of used car warranties out there and the one we offer on our Motor Trend certified vehicles. Most dealers are going to offer some sort of warranty on their vehicle. Top of the morning to you. Is that for me?
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. No, keep it on, keep it on. I can't be distracted. You know, they'll offer you a 1-month, 2-month, 3-month, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 mile powertrain only warranty, sometimes subject to a 50% deductible. Basically, these warranties cover nothing but air. Ours covers most of the mechanical workings of that vehicle. Not everything, but most. What's it cover? What doesn't it cover? Let me give you a couple examples. It covers the windshield wiper motors, not the blades. It covers your braking system, not the pads. Covers your engine, not the belts, not the hoses. Subject to a small $100 deductible. Again, that's good for 6 months, 7,500 miles, and of course you always have the opportunity to extend that coverage. Now, another fear people have when they buy a car from an automobile dealer, they worry about paying a car dealer too much. You ever worried about that?
I don't, but some might.
No, you don't worry about shit, do you?
Not when it comes to things like that, no.
Okay. Well, look, about 300 million Americans worry about paying a car dealer too much. At Premier, with one of our Motor Trend certified vehicles, it is literally impossible for you to pay too much for one of those vehicles. Now, that probably sounds a little crazy, doesn't it?
A little bit.
Well, if you weren't skeptical, there'd be something wrong with you. I've been told it's the biggest lie a car salesman's ever told somebody. But, in fact, it's the absolute truth. And here's how it works. It's very simple. Number one, we have attractive prices. If the price on the vehicle you came in to see wasn't attractive, would you be here?
Probably not.
No, we weren't the only website you shopped, I'm going to guess, correct?
That's probably true.
So our price had to be terrific. But most consumers wonder, is it the best price they can get? I'm going to tell you right now, and back it up in writing, it is the best price you're going to get. And when I say back it up in writing, here's how it works. When you take delivery today, we give you 5 days. If you want to spend 120 hours on the internet, you can search any website anywhere on the planet. You can search Craigslist, independent used car websites, other franchise dealer websites. If you find a vehicle similar to the one you buy from us today, when I say similar, it's got to be the same year, make, model, trim level. Miles have got to be in the ballpark. But if you find it advertise for a lower price, and it comes with the same benefits we offer, Steve, just show us that ad, and we'll cheerfully cut you a check back for the difference on the spot. Now, has any dealer ever told you that and backed it up in writing?
I don't think they have. No.
You're not going to find it very many places. So you can't buy the wrong car, you can't pay too much. And another fear people have, and I'm sure you don't, is they worry about making a mistake. Because if you buy a car or a truck from a car dealer, you're pretty much stuck with it, aren't you?
Pretty much.
Yet if you go to Macy's and buy a sweater, you can exchange it, or Home Depot buy a drill, you can exchange it. In fact, most retailers will let you exchange the products. Automobile dealers historically have not. At Premier, we give you a 3-day test drive, if you will. We ask you not to drive or put more than 300 additional miles on the odometer. We ask you not to run into anything because you got to bring it back in the same condition. But if during that first 72 hours of ownership you decide it's not the right vehicle, Steve, just give us a call. Come on back and we will happily let you exchange it for another one. Again, we put that in writing. We eliminate the possibility of you making a mistake, because if it turns out you did, you can exchange it. Now, we're also going to lower your cost of ownership. Look, have you ever lost a key?
I actually haven't, but
Okay.
I'm sure that many have.
Many have. And if you haven't, I'm going to guess you may not have any idea how much it costs to replace those little mini computers. Because,
I've heard that they're quite expensive at
well,
times.
$250, $350, $450, $550, up to $600. Because it is a mini computer. It's got a chip in it, and it requires programming as well. During the first 6 months of ownership, or is it a year? I can't remember what yours
For the
is.
keys?
Yeah.
1 year.
1 year. During the first year of ownership, you don't have to lose it. You could drop it, you could run it through the wash, and it's not going to work anymore. But if it malfunctions, it won't work. If you lose it, we will replace it. We will not just replace that key. We'll replace up to $200 worth of other keys on your key ring if you lose your entire key ring in the lake or something. We'll pay for substitute transportation. We'll pay for a locksmith. We'll pay for a locksmith for your car or your house if your house key is on the key ring. The bottom line, Steve, is we're going to make sure that your cost of ownership is going to be lower than anybody else's. The cost of the vehicle is going to be guaranteed to be the lowest, and that's guaranteed in writing. And by the way, we're going to help you increase your resale value too.
Great.
So I tell you what, there's no such thing as a good deal on the wrong vehicle, so why don't we go out and check the vehicle you came in to see and make sure it's correct.
Sounds good.
Okay? That's Motor Trend.
Okay.
Okay? Now, when would I have this talk with the customer?
Before you
In the
present
beginning, when you're just talking about when they're starting to look at the vehicle.
And by the way, rarely will I ever go through that entire cart at one time. Okay? I'm going to do it in bits and pieces. I understand you're selling cars now.
Sir.
Congratulations. Okay? I see very few people make the same move you just did, though.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I was telling Charles, I've been in over 1,000 dealerships, and I just don't think I've seen this move before, but I understand why it's happening. The Motor Trend is a terrific name, and it doesn't make a bad dealership good. It makes a good dealership a little bit better. It can't fix a bad store. And I mean, I'm really proud of the Motor Trend name, but I'm going to tell you where the power of this program comes. The power of the program comes in the conversation that you, and you have with the customer. That's where the value of Motor Trend comes. Now, you notice I left out the $500 additional trade value thing. Here's what I've learned after doing this for about 3 years. It's hard enough for us to create value in things that are immediate. Okay? I mean, the fact that the vehicle's got a warranty on it is immediate. The fact that it's been inspected is immediate. The fact that it comes with key replacement, and if I lose a key tomorrow, I get it replaced at no cost to me, those things are all immediate. Now, what the $500 additional money for the trade-in guarantee is, I'm trying to get you to see value in something 4 years from now on a vehicle that you haven't even purchased yet. And I've given up trying. I mean, I can whip through this better than anybody else on the planet. And I have a tough time getting customers to bite on that one. And if I do, I'm just not gonna bring it up. I don't wanna dilute the program by confusing them with, so let me get this straight, I get $500 for my trade-in if I bring it back to you? No, you get $500 over book value. What's book value? Well, but, you know, these are the kind of questions that I've gotten from consumers. And it becomes quite confusing. What do confused people do? They leave. I don't want confused people. I want them to understand the immediate benefits of Motor Trend. I want them to understand that Premier is different than any other store in the state of West Virginia because of the Motor Trend certification. I want them to understand that they can have more confidence in that Motor Trend certified vehicle than any other used car they've seen in this entire damn state. I want them to understand what the benefits mean to them. I want them to understand, first and foremost, that the 3 fears most people have when they buy a vehicle have been eliminated at Premier. So that's how Motor Trend works. Okay? Andrew, you get to go on video too.
All right.